Hi students, good morning everyone. Welcome to online classes. This is Arunakumari, Social CRT, KGBB Amadagur. Today we learn about 9th class 3rd lesson, Hydrosphere. Water is a cyclic renewable resource. It can be used and reused. Hydrological cycle is the circulation of water in different forms, the liquid, solid, and the gaseous phases. It also refers to the continuous exchange of water between the oceans, atmosphere, land surface, subsurface, and all organisms. The hydrological cycle sometimes is expressed mathematically as Rf is equal to Ro plus At, where Rf means rainfall, includes all types of precipitation, Ro means runoff, Et means evapotranspiration. There are 6 stages of water cycle: evaporation, transportation, condensation, precipitation, runoff, groundwater. Evaporation means water is transferred from the surface to the atmosphere through evaporation, the process by which water changes from a liquid to a gas. The sun's heat provides energy to evaporate water from the earth's surface. Land, lakes, rivers, and oceans send up a steady stream of water vapor. Plants also lose water to the air through transpiration. Transportation means the movement of water through the atmosphere, specifically from over the ocean to over land, in the form of clouds. Clouds are propelled from one place to another by either upper air circulation, surface-based circulations like land and sea breezes or other mechanisms. Condensation means the transported water vapor eventually condenses, forming tiny droplets and clouds. Precipitation means the primary mechanism for transporting water from the atmosphere to the surface of the earth is precipitation. When the clouds meet cool air over land, precipitation in the form of rain, sleet, or snow is triggered and water returns to the land or sea. Runoff means most of the water which returns to land flows down hills as runoff. Some of it penetrates and charges groundwater, while the rest, as river flow, returns to the oceans where it evaporates. Groundwater means under special circumstances, groundwater can even flow upward in artesian wells. The flow of groundwater is much slower than runoff. All of you observe in this picture. Water sources. 97.25% of water is saline ocean waters and only 2.75% is fresh water. The greatest portion of the fresh water, 68.7%, is in the form of ice and permanent snow cover in the Antarctica, the Arctic, and in the mountain regions. 29.9% exits off as fresh groundwaters. Only 0.26% of the total amount of fresh water on the earth is concentrated in lakes, reservoirs, and river system where it is most easily accessible for our economic needs and absolutely vital for water ecosystems. All of you observe in this table reservoir percentage of the total water. Oceans 97.25%, ice caps and glaciers 2.05%, groundwater 0.68%, lakes 0.01%, soil moisture 0.005%, atmosphere 0.001%, rivers 0.0001%, biosphere 0.0004%. Now we learn about oceans. Oceans means the huge water bodies are called oceans. The geographers have divided the oceanic part of the earth into 5 oceans, namely the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean, Antarctic Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. All of you observe in this map. The word sea is often used interchangeably with ocean, but strictly speaking, a sea is a body of saline water partly or fully enclosed by land. The major oceanic divisions are defined in a part by the continents, various archipelagos, and other criteria. Students, millions of years ago, oceans were combined together. The single super ocean was known as Panthalassa. Students, now we learn about relief of the ocean. There are submarine bridges, plateaus, canyons, and terraces found within oceans. Ocean floor is divided into 4 parts. All of you observe in this picture. Continental shelf. The continental shelf with a depth up to 200 meters occupies about 7.6% of the ocean area. It is the border zone between land and sea. It is the border zone between land and sea. Continental shelf is important because fish wealth is more in this region. Rock petroleum, natural gas are found here. Building seaport is possible here. Second one, continental slope. The continental slope is spread from 200 meters to 3000 meters depth with complex relief. It comprises of 15% of the ocean area. The continental slope boundary indicates the continents. Deep sea plain or abyssal plain. Deep sea plains are gently sloping areas of the ocean basins. These are the flattest and smoothest region of the world. The depth vary between 3000 to 6000 meters. Oceanic deeps or trenches. These are the large narrow trenches that plunge as great ocean deeps to a depth of 6000 meters. Contrary to our expectations, most of the deepest trenches are not located in the midst of oceans. They are found more close to the continents. Children, now we learn about the salinity of the ocean. Most of the salt in the oceans come from land. Over millions of years, rain, rivers, and streams have washed over rocks containing the compound sodium chloride. Sodium chloride means NaCl and carried into the sea. You may know sodium chloride by its common name table salt. You may know sodium chloride by its common name table salt. Some of the salt in the oceans come from undersea volcanoes and hydrothermal vents. When water evaporates from the surface of the ocean, the salt is left behind. After millions of years, the oceans have developed a noticeably salty water. All of you observe in this picture saline water, brackish water, fresh water, water salinity. Salinity is the term used to define the total content of dissolved salts in sea water. It is calculated as the amount of salt in grams dissolved in 1000 grams of seawater. It is usually expressed as parts per 1000% or ppt. Generally speaking, the average salinity of the oceans is 35% or about 35 parts of salt in 1000 parts of water. Thank you. Children, stay home, stay safe.